And welcome back to 41 Action News Midday. It was the first hospital built by and run for African Americans. We're talking about the Wheatley Provident Hospital, which opened its doors in 1902. And Dr. Doretha Williams with the Black Archives of Mid-America is here with us, along with Andrew Newsom with the Kansas City Museum. Thank you both so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us. Good morning.
So, Doctor, let's talk first about the hospital. How did it all begin here in Kansas City?
Right. The Wheatley Provident Hospital was founded through collaborative efforts by the Phyllis Wheatley Hospital and the Provident Group. And Dr. J.E. Perry and Dr. Thomas Unthink were very part of bringing those two hospitals together to form the Wheatley Provident Hospital.
And it was something that was much needed, I'm sure, in this community at the time.
Oh, much needed. At that time, African Americans were not allowed to receive services at white hospitals. White supremacy and racism kept them out. Not only they weren't able to receive services, they were also not able to receive training and medical training. So the hospitals not only serve to give care, but also to actually educate African Americans in the medical field.
It's kind of revolutionary for its time.
Right, definitely.
Okay, so there's been, you know, some push to get this to become a historical site. It has so much significance in our community. What is the status now of this hospital?
At this time, I don't know the current status, but back in the 80s, unfortunately, for a brief period of time, it was turned into a haunted house. And it was reported in various newspapers, and it was very, I think, unsettling to those who grew up with the hospital and were patients there, were born there. So that fight is still going on to turn it into a historical site.
Well, what would you like to see, Andrew, done with this building? I mean, we were just looking at some video. It is a very beautiful building.
Well, as the History Museum of Kansas City, you know, we want it to be preserved. We'd love for it for somebody to you know take it upon themselves and raise money for it, and hopefully see it turn back once again into something that can be used for the community.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Andrew and Dr. Williams, for joining us. If you'd like to learn more about the Wheatley Provident Hospital, there is a historical presentation happening next week. It is sponsored by the Kansas City Museum. Dr. Williams is going to be a speaker there talking about the significance and the history that it has here in our community. It is next week, February 28th, 6:30 at Union Station. You can learn more at kansascitymuseum.org. Thank you both.
Thank you.